It's nice to be able to have the window open and listen to the rain. It's not very often where it's warm enough outside that you can have the windows open, justify having the windows open, but it's also cool enough that rain is coming down, you know? So it's a rare treat to be able to have the window open and listen to the rain with your own ears rather than with your own ears. Yeah, sure. Listen to the rain through a window rather than on the skylights or on the roof or something along those lines. It's nice to hear that sound. I wish there was, and if I could, I'd take the rain that's generously falling on us right now. It's not a downpour, but I would take all this rain that we're currently getting right now where I live and dump it on eastern Washington, Idaho, Montana, I think the Dakotas. No, not the Dakotas. Wyoming, Arizona, California, Oregon, Nevada. Basically, the entire West Coast has been on fire, literal, for the last like 3 weeks now or something like that. And if it were up to me, yeah, I would absolutely take all this rain and push it over there because they need it far more than I do right now. It's not that I'm a fan of the heat. I live in a very temperate place of the country, but I wish I could take this rain and give it to them. They need it a hell of a lot more than we do right now. So yeah, I've got my windows open, and that door back there, the bathroom door, is probably going to be clicking back and forth. So it's annoying how that does it. It's not a whole lot I can do about it, unfortunately. So on a lighter note, today is my 38th birthday. Way. Um, and I figured, it's been a whole month since I've done unboxing. And actually, I had not wanted to wait like a whole month. That's just kind of how it happened. Like I just wasn't in the mood to have an unboxing to do an unboxing. But I just it just kind of I mean I actually had a pile of things starting to build up from just because like last month I bought a whole bunch of things all at one time, and I said this in the previous few videos. I said that I bought up a whole bunch of things all at one time and that just been kind of dribbling in one at a time. Well, I finally got everything a month ago, but I didn't actually unbox any of them. It just I just wasn't in the mood to unbox. So today is my birthday, and I figured I might as well open a couple of my own presents that I bought for myself that have actually been sitting here since mid August or something or late August, I guess is what it would be. There's been a lot of literal death and destruction happening in the last month, and I've just been increasingly anxious, and I think I'm getting paranoid. I think I'm turning into a paranoid individual, and I don't want to be that. So I need a bit of levity. I need a little bit of escapism. And what better way to do that than revisiting what is turning into an old friend at this point, Diaclone Rebuild. Diaclone Rebuild? What? Diaclone Remake. Wow, where did that come from? So, anyways, first up, this was all came in this. There's actually two items that I got in the same box at the same time. The first one is DA-02 Powered System Type A Set A type. Now this is the companion piece, or it's actually the first version of the. I really should have had this in a better place of something that I already have, and it is the Type B, which is the blue colored version. So I'm not really going to take a lot of time and unbox this right now because, well, I've already got one that's identical. The only difference is this is a repaint, although technically this is the repaint, but yeah. So I'm gonna try and fly through this as quickly as I possibly can. So just say, yeah, I've got it, and now I've got two of them. Now I can actually do something. I can actually do stuff with these powered systems now. So, hooray! Although to be fair, when I unboxed the Type B or the B type, I said exactly the same thing, and it ended up being an hour-long video about a $50, not even 2-inch figure. So technically, when I say I'm going to bang through these real quickly, what it really means is I'm going to try and not talk as much, try and not highlight as much. So when I originally unboxed the powered system set B type, when I took a look at this little promotional poster, whatever it is, I pointed out this picture right here, and I said, "Oh, that totally looks like the oh crap, what's it called? The Big Power GV IMS, except that it was like a repaint of the Diabattles V2 in the colors of the Big Power GV IMS. And I'm like, whoa, I've never seen that before. And to be fair, at the time I hadn't seen it before. So, anyways, and this is identical to the previous one that I had because they're all the same. But anyways, turns out that about a half a year ago, the oh gosh, what's the name of it? The Diabattles V2 did get yet another repaint that I had not seen before. You know, that it got another repaint, and I believe it's called the Red Lightning variant, or it's just Red Lightning or whatever it is. So while this color scheme is still unique to the Big Power GV IMS, the Red Lightning colored variant is very similar to this. So they might have said, hey, let's try and do a modification of this and turn it into that. So, yeah, I'm not going to get it because I already have a Diabattles V2. So, like, why would I want another one? Because they do look kind of neat, admittedly. I still want the Cosmo Maneuvers type because I just like the colors on it better. But, yeah. And by the way, for the record, the powered suit A type, the reason it's called A is because the A is shorthand for attack type. So the B type was the barrier type, and now this is the attack type. It's kind of weird to be called the barrier type considering it doesn't have a shield to speak of. It doesn't have a shield or extra thick armor or anything because they're just repaints. I'm just saying. This is taking way too long. There we go. And I don't remember if the B type, well, I know it comes with a Dianote, obviously. This one also does, but I don't remember if the B type has the exact same color arrangement. So there's the Dianote that's provided with the A type specifically. It's all fuzzy and stuff, and yes, he does have tiny little pieces of metal in the bottom of his feet, so he does attach to magnets. But again, I'll remind you, these powered system suits do not have magnets on them, so that's the only time I'm going to touch him. I wonder if I can turn these guns into a shield of some kind or something or other. This will probably be as far as I go. I think I said that last time, but this will probably be as far as I go as far as getting these powered system suits or whatever it is, just because they're so expensive. And again, I'm not an army builder, so spending $50 a pop just for this and a little raid container. Why am I always screwing up on that? What's that damn thing called? Is it raid container or raid? What's that called? Raid chamber. How, over a year later, you think I get raid chamber. Raid chamber. That's called a raid chamber. Good lord. Okay, so anyway, spending $50 just on this tiny little thing, not really worth it in my book. I'd much rather get the larger ones that actually do stuff and are not entirely dependent on ball joints that like burn out as soon as you pull them out of the box. So, or that stick if you don't use them for long enough. So, or maybe they're too loose out of the box. Kind of feeling this one right now. So, anyways, here's the attack type. Fuzzy as all get. I took a look at my camera settings again. Speaking of, I took a look at my camera settings, and it turns out. Remember that problem that I know this is completely opposite, but you remember that topic where I could put my finger in kind of the top corner and you wouldn't be able to see it because it would automatically cut off? Well, it turns out that above a resolution of 640 by 480, anything larger than that, it starts auto cropping. I actually got it the webcam all the way up to like 12. I think it was 1280 by 10 something or other. So it was wide box, and it was like zoomed up like way here like that. And I'm not even kidding. That's what it looked like. That's all that it was recording. So I don't know why it is that the larger the resolution or the larger the picture, the more it crops. I don't understand that. But here's the interesting thing. The smaller the resolution, the wider the picture gets. So this actually is at full size. I'm going to put a finger there and a finger there. Oops, let's see, do it like this. Yeah. So there's the full size of the picture that's seen on my screen. And hopefully what you're seeing is what I just saw on this. It's like, I don't get it. I don't get why it's doing that. I don't know. Maybe it's the type of web camera I've got. Maybe it's Power Director 14 that's doing that automatically. I don't know. It's frustrating. So for right now, I've got it set on the minimum, not minimum size, but I've got it set on a resolution. Was it 640 by 480 right now? So unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck here. If you want to see the whole picture and you want to see all of me, which is kind of the point of these unboxings, by the way, if you want to see all of me and all the what I'm doing, then a lower resolution is actually better. Here's the ironic thing about it. They're actually smaller file size because they have a lower resolution. So that's actually good for me in the long term because I actually do save all these files. So slight color variations for the A type is that the boob thrusters are colored gold, and there's some sort of little black spot on the top of the head, the non-movable head. There's a black spot on the top of the head. So that's really the only color variation between them. Okay, so right now this is maneuver mode. It comes with the two guns on there, so yay, whatever. It's only been like a year and a half since I did this, so I guess a refresher is kind of in order, and I might have forgotten some things that I did previously. The canopy door really wants to pop open real easily, too. That's annoying. And quality control, what can you do? So anyways, you can take the little rifle that he's got that you totally can't see, and you can put it, let's see, which way they want me to put it, I guess it doesn't really matter. You can peg it diagonally onto his back, like that. Oh my god, shut up! I'm trying to do a recording here, and you laughing and stuff downstairs. Like, shut up. So tiny. This is why I don't get many of these. I got two of them just so I can kind of do the display thing or whatever. Actually, to be fair, the B type that I've got has just been sitting inside the raid chamber. Please tell me it's chamber. Yes, it's chamber. It's been sitting inside the raid chamber for, so it's not collected any dust, which is actually a good thing. So anyways, here is mech mode, which is not very much. It's just like the waist slides back along the back. So this is ordinarily the lower torso right there. So the hips end up by the upper back, and then you just kind of reposition everything, and you fold open the little chair there. Fold the back of the chair gets folded up as well, which is a really nice touch, by the way, that they actually let you you don't just like pose the Diaclone upright. He actually sits in a chair because the chair backing folds upwards. So it's really nice when it does that. I almost wish that a third party would come along and make a larger version of these. These powered suits, Diaclone power suits. They're fun. This is ride and hanger modes. So basically, when you attach this to something else, you want to change it into this. Shoulders go back. And yes, it is all ball joints, and no, none of it is pegged into place. You just have to depend on friction, which is frustrating because it is so tiny, so there's bound to be a little bit of variations here and there. As it is right now, this isn't even an inch tall. It's like maybe 1 inch tall with the legs collapsed down like this. So that is ride and hanger mode. It's time to pull out the raid chamber. Hope I said that right. Oh. Comes with another little adapter piece. Hopefully this one sticks on better than the last one, which was super flexible and didn't peg in very well anywhere. And the answer is no. The friction is kind of crap again. So tiny. There it is in the raid chamber mode with the the 3 guns. So you've got the rifle and then you've got the 2 over-the-shoulder cannons already stored on the inside. And then you have the adapter piece already attached on the back. There you go. You'll never know which one's in there. Kind of wish that there was like a window on the top or the sides or the front or something like that so you could actually see which one is which while it's in there. But what are you going to do? Speaking of what are you going to do, got an old friend here, the Battle Trizers mode of the, what I call it, the Die Battles V2. Oh, Die Battles V2, what's this version called? Because this is actually a repaint. Technically, this is a repaint. This is an upgraded version. So anyways, the reason why I pulled this out is because on the box, you attach this. Where's the other one? There's the other one. And you attach this. There. I was not able to do this previously. But yeah, you can take 2 RAID chambers and you can attach them just like that. So yay, now I can do that. So there's the battle trizers. Battles trizer with some stuff attached to it. So yay. Yeah, all the integrate mode does, he just kind of squats down, pulls his arms up to either side of the torso, then it can attach to other things. Which I'm not going to take the time to transform this whole thing all over again. I actually needed a refresher. I was like, wait, I know what this mode looks like, but how do I get it in there? And then I'm like, oh yeah, you have to take the legs off and attach them to the extra pair of hips, the extra hips and backside here. So it actually took me a few minutes to remember how to do this. So. But yeah, that's probably as far as I'm going to go as far as in terms of RAID containers, RAID chambers, and the powered suits. And again, you're never going to know which one's which unless you open them up. You never know which is which. So, yep, there you go. I need to get my hands on a Battle Buffalo. I believe it's Battle Buffalo Mark IV. Or is it Mark IV or Mark VI? I don't remember. Anyways, yeah, I need to get my hands on one of those because they're not making them anymore, and I waited too long. Shame on me. Which is kind of the other reason why I've gotten a second one. This is the old one. This is the B type. Here's the A type. The reason why I got a second one of these is so that I can attach them to the Battle Buffalo Mark IV, Mark VI, whatever it is. So yeah, that's it. That's as far as I'm going to go with the was it the powered system set B or A type. So yay.